Bawib Grogna Weep Ninibong, my TF addicts. It is I, TFA 1024, the TF addict here, and I'm kind of trying something new here. Um, Normally I would give the blow by blow of like, this is what's been happening with my channel, this is what's been going on, but I wanted to go a little deeper with this. So, welcome to a new podcast series that I am calling "I Still Function." Basically, a play on the iconic phrase from the 1986 movie where Megatron gets thrown out of Astro Train, or before Megatron gets thrown out of Astro Train. This type of series is not going to be very humorous. It's not going to be very funny. There are going to be some serious matters to debate or to discuss. One of which I hold near and dear to my heart, and that is mental health and the struggles of being a YouTube content creator or a social media influencer, that kind of thing. But of course, this is also my way to give you guys some sort of update, some form of content, whatever it may be. All I ask is that before you automatically hit that dislike button, regardless of who you are, take a minute, sit back, relax, and listen, and who knows, maybe you can relate to some of this. I'm choosing not to have my camera on for the sheer sake of comfort, because I have a very poor self-image of myself, and maybe that'll be an episode for another day. But yeah, as everyone knows, I've been pretty absent for a couple months now. My birthday is literally coming up this Sunday. I will be TFA 1026. And for the most part, it's the journey through this year has been something. I know I've made some promises, or I've given words of saying like, oh, Trees and a Tarn story will be coming out soon, or video reviews will be happening, and well, the fact of the matter is they're not happening for quite some time. I've talked about this as well for many months now, for the last couple of years that it's been happening. As you all know, my mother unfortunately passed away back in March of 2020, and it's still been hitting me pretty hard, especially as my birthday comes up. And well, if I could ask for one thing for my birthday, it would be for her to come back. I try not to talk about this too much, because I have this fear that people will think that I'm trying to milk the situation for attention, for self-pity, for anything like that. And it's a fear that in a way makes sense, but at the same time, this is legitimately something that has royally fucked me up. Like, I've always made the comment, I couldn't imagine life without my mom, and to be completely honest, I never could. It's a very different kind of pain when you're losing someone so close to you, and you are forced to wake up every single day and acknowledge their absence. The phrase "I miss you" truly does not have any gravity until that person is out of your life. And as my birthday continues to slowly inch its way towards that date, it's been very hard for me to maintain a positive mental health and enjoy life for what it is, because October 24th is when my mother had the privilege, had her blessing, basically, where she got to have her boy. She always wanted a baby boy, always wanted a son, and I came into the picture by God's given miracle, and she was so happy. She spoiled me so much. But that wasn't the day that I was born. That was the day that our family grew. That was a day where we became a family, and it's a very hard day for me to celebrate now, considering she is no longer among us. So that's kind of another reason as to why I haven't really been posting as often or really reaching out into the community as often. I've been really active on Instagram, and I'll leave a link in the description down below for that. Um, but in terms of like making anything, the only thing that I have the strength to make in both emotional and mental is literally just a story on Instagram or a haul post on Instagram. And I want to use the community tab more often to reach out with you guys and let you all know how I'm doing, how life's going, maybe even check in on all of you because you all matter too. It's not just about me. We're all on this big, beautiful globe together, you know, or flat surface if you're a flat earther. But I'm just trying to make it a little more lively. Um, but one of the major things that really has just kind of been holding me back is just that loss. It really has messed me up quite a bit. Um, I don't mean to keep talking about it, but at the same time, if I don't talk about it, it's not going to do any good. So this is kind of my way to do so. But we're almost 7 minutes in, 6 minutes, 30 seconds in. But excuse me. But I want to get right into this. So there's your introduction. There's some of the little tidbits of why, but the question remains: where have I been? Um, I've been working on my main room and on my collection room. I'm still very much hoping to see that to fruition. I really want to do a collection video as like my big comeback, as opposed to making a stop motion. I'm in talks with people who may be able to help me with editing stop motions and such, considering my limited resources and my limited knowledge. Um, but I've really just been working hard on the rooms. The collection room was my mom's idea before she passed away, and I was beginning to work on that roughly before she passed away. I got my bed now. I got the big bed. Apparently, it's a king size. I used to sleep on a twin, but in this room that I'm currently in, which is the main room, my actual bedroom, I have a nice big king bed, so it's nice. And then my former room is now going to be the collection room, studio, voice recording booth, whatever you want to call it, really. And I've been working on that for months, if not for about a year, if not more so. And it's a challenge. I mean, so far the progress is being made. The main room is almost done. I'm really proud of how well it's turning out. It looks great. But in terms of actually making anything, it's been really difficult to so much as like actually get up and have that drive. And I see a lot of other content creators who are just able to constantly pump out content with their passion, with whatever it is they got that makes them want to do it, with that drive, that motivation, that perseveration. But for some, it's not as easy as others, and this is where this all kind of comes into play. So I've been taking my time trying to ease back into it. I have so many ideas, so many stop motions, so many reviews, discussion videos and such that I really, really want to make. But with what's been going on in my head, with the loss of my mom, with a lot of instability in the mental health department, it's been very, very hard for me to just kind of like sit down and do something. And I talk more about this in depthly on Instagram once again. I'm not trying to just plug myself, but I do talk about it quite a bit there because ever since I was given that push to really start taking care of my mental health, it's really played a big part in my life, and it feels really good to finally take care of it after neglecting it for so long. And I want to sincerely apologize to anyone out there, former friend or someone who said that you should get help or whatever. Because in all honesty, when I was being so stubborn, I was more so I was like that for fear. But you all who said that were absolutely correct, and I owe you a debt of thanks for helping me not only get the help that I need, but for giving you the benefit of the doubt. It's been an absolute journey so far, taking care of all this, and I'm really glad to see that there has been some progress. I've been really kind of pushing the boundaries a little bit more, trying to talk more about what's bugging me, trying to change just even a little bit of myself. And not anything like detrimental or like super solid to my person, just more so things that definitely needed to be boosted. Um, and it's really it's a shame that I've just neglected it for so long. And the severity of mental health, especially nowadays, is incredibly important to acknowledge rather than stigmatize, because when it comes to mental health, you literally depend on that for everything that you do, from self-care to following your hobby to your passion to your work. Everything that you do is cemented by mental health, which is why I play not only devil's advocate and victim, but also a regular advocate as well. I play as a mental health advocate. I want to spread awareness to this as much as I possibly can, but because this is such a serious topic, and it shouldn't be stagnated, or not stagnated, it shouldn't be stigmatized, and it shouldn't be just shrugged off. It shouldn't be ignored or neglected. It is something that is incredibly detrimental to us as human beings. And I want people to understand what it's like to be in my shoes, or, maybe you guys let me know what it's like to be in your shoes in the comments. Speaking of, hi, sweetheart. Thank you for supporting this. I appreciate it so much. And real quick before I forget, shout out to Cyborgraptor for the new updated T-shirt Prime logo, because yeah, he's a man of talent. I love what he does with this logo. It looks so cool. So really, the question still remains, where have I been? And literally, I've just been trying to take care of myself. I mean, if you can't take care of yourself, you obviously can't take care of what you want to do, how you want to do it, when you want to do it. And sometimes, unfortunately, there are times where you have to force yourself to do something, but that shouldn't be the case. It's a very tiring battle. It's very difficult, but it is so worth it. And one thing that I personally cannot stand is the fact that despite having to deal with this, is to just get out of that comfort zone, even just by a little bit. Like, I've started to cook more the other day, because I had a fear of stoves and cooking and such like that with high temperatures and getting hurt. I started cooking more. I made pork chops and chicken breasts on the skillet, and I've been making eggs. I made grilled ham and cheese. I'm starting to learn more independent skills, so that way I can possibly rely on myself in the future. And I might get comments on this already saying it's like, you're how old and you haven't learned how to cook? Well, like I said, it's pacing. Not everyone's able to do it as quickly as you or others, and that's fine. Everyone goes at their own pace. It doesn't matter how long it takes, as long as you do what you need to do or learn what you want to learn. And I'm glad that I took that chance. I'm glad that I tried, because it turned out to be a lot of fun, and I got to make something, and I was proud of it. So, I've also been really busy just around the house, cleaning the house for my mom. Granted, she'll never see it, unfortunately, but I'm doing that for her as well, because one thing that she always wanted was the fact that she really wanted to see the house be 100% clean, like everything organized. Like, if we had a storage room, that's fine, but like the living room, the kitchen, all that, she wanted to see that shine, sparkle, and be nice and tidy. And that's something we've been working on, me and my father, and that's been really nice too. Today, he mopped the floor a little bit, and I've been cleaning up my other rooms, because I need to do my part as well. My dad and I have been going out to dinner, which has been nice. Went to Golden Corral a couple Sundays ago. Went to go see movies. We saw Venom, Let There Be Carnage, and we saw the 86 movie in theaters. So that was really nice too. I just, like I said, I've just been trying to live my life a little bit. Trying to take care of myself, take care of my dad. And just live. Because another thing when it comes to being online and whatnot is that there's also a stigma of people living their life through a screen. And in some cases, depending on distance, depending on social anxiety, you know, sometimes that's the best way to connect with people. And that's something that also shouldn't be stigmatized. And I just want to say thank you for everyone who's been so respectful and kind and supportive for as many years. Have you been part of my fandom, part of the community that we forged together? And I really feel like I'm able to be my true self without having to hide anything. One of the greatest things that I love is that I can actually come on here and vent and talk and be vulnerable without being judged or ridiculed or attacked for no reason. I'm not going to say my life is super easy or I have, I haven't made and whatnot. I mean, I don't. And if anyone feels that I do, I understand where you're coming from, because I know no life is easy, because social media is made to basically promote and share the greatest moments of our life, and people have the idea of, oh, this person must be living really well because of all the wonderful things that they have. No one knows the behind the scenes story of everything, and that's something that also needs to be acknowledged, as opposed to comparing yourself to others based on how many followers you have or how many subscribers you have or what places you went to, or moments like that. For me personally, highlights of my day are just reading comments and seeing people like me, or not like me, but people in general say, oh, I like what you posted, I also have this thing and I think it's great, or you helped me make a decision. Because one of the things that I just try to do for the sake of being a YouTuber, for a content creator, whatever it may be, whatever you want to call it, really, is I just want to make people happy. There's nothing more to it than that. Is I just want to make people happy and smile and enjoy life for what it is, because life's too short to be so down in the dumps all the time. And I know that's also kind of like a stigmatized phrase, but trust me, I've been in that dump. I'm still laying in that dump because I am human garbage. Not really, but I've been there. I've basically been at the lowest points of my life so far. I'm still facing some of them, but it does get easier. It does get better. It's not a matter of when or if. It's just it will. Other moments on my day, literally just getting a new figure in the mail. Granted, I don't do anything with these things anymore, but hey, I get them, and it makes me happy. Talking to you guys makes me really happy sometimes, because not everyone likes to join the streams for some reason. I don't know why. But the way I'm looking at it is like, hey, if I can get one other person to watch, maybe that'll increase sometime in the future. Or maybe whoever's watching this after this is posted will understand some of the feelings that I'm going through, that they're also going through, and maybe I can help inspire them to not be so afraid, to live, to take a chance, to get out there. And whether it be just making an Instagram page or YouTube channel, whatever it is. If you wanted to be part of a fandom group where you could talk to some Transformers fans, for example, like Crosshairs Productions' Facebook group, or TFI Creations' Discord, or T-Fan Page's Discord, stuff like that. If you can just do stuff like that, or I can inspire you to do something like that, then I think I'm doing my job pretty well. If I make a video and people like it, and they smile and they have fun with it, then I think that's a success. Because one of the key things that's also defined by society standards is that success is basically making a lot of money, working all the time, and paying your bills and whatnot. Which, kind of a given, but at the same time, that's basically what success is defined by: how much money you make, how often you work. When really success should be what you see in everything. From waking up in the morning to a dreadful day that you think, oh, this is going to suck, to making it a brighter one with little things that you enjoy, whether it be buying a figure, talking to someone, or even simpler things like just making your bed, making something for yourself to eat, giving yourself some self love. Sometimes it's all it takes. And I wish I knew a lot of this beforehand, but unfortunately I didn't. However, I will say that the fact that I learned it now makes it all the worthwhile. And that's why I'm really glad that despite everything that I've been through, from the lowest moments to being on YouTube or just being alive, I've stuck through and I've got to see what the future holds. So, whatever it is that I do that helps make your day a little bit better, well, I can tell you 100% it makes me feel really good too. It makes me feel like I have a purpose in this world, and that's something that I can never have taken away from me. And of course, I'm still going to have, hecklers and such being like, oh, you're this years old and you play with toys. It's like, well, I mean, better buying toys than doing drugs or drinking too much or anything like that. And it's such a shame, too, because a lot of the things that are happening in society are so stigmatized to the point where you question, should I be doing this? You feel like you have to follow that conformity, when in reality you don't. So whatever it is you do that makes you happy, as long as it doesn't hurt yourself or others, is break the system. Do what you want to do. Do what you do, love what you love, and live your life with a smile. That's basically what I've been living by ever since my mom passed away, even before that, just because I wanted her to see me happy before her timely demise. And it's rough. I don't know how many of you out there have dealt with losing a loved one, whether it be, and by God, I hope it's not, but whether it be a mother, a father, an aunt, an uncle, a brother, sister, cousin, and, close cousin, obviously, like someone you really bonded with. I don't know if it was your first. I don't know if it was your later loss, but I hope to God no one out there who is currently watching this has had to go through it. And if you have, I can 100% fully say I understand your pain, and you are not alone. And I too am not alone. I am right there with you. I've never thought I would have to experience this at such a young age, because granted, she was only 76 years old. She really fought near the end. She really, really wanted to stay alive and see me continue to grow and learn and smile and just enjoy life for what it is, despite what other people have to say about how I live my life, how it impacts them, or if it impacts them, I should say, because it shouldn't. It's my life, not theirs. So whatever battle you're going through, whatever challenge you have to face, whatever dream you want to pursue, fight on. Please, for the love of yourself, do not give up. Because if you do, that's it. There's no going back. And I hate to hear that people at such young ages have either lost their lives from natural health causes to the untimely taking of their own lives. People out there who feel the need to bully or heckle children, grown adults, teenagers. It's not okay. Remember a couple of years ago, I heard something on the news that said that I think it was like a 12-year-old or a 6-year-old committed suicide because she was being cyberbullied online. A child who didn't even get to see a quarter of their life. It's sad. And I've been there. And it's not fun. I'm not there anymore. And I hope none of you are, because you're special. You're beautiful. You're good people. And I'd like to believe that everyone has a bit of good in them, regardless of what they've done in the past. I hope that they've learned. They've been able to move forward. And I'm really glad that I'm able to inspire, because one of the things that I want to do is leave a mark on the world that says, I tried to make it a little bit better. By how, I have no idea. Maybe just making someone smile every day. And that's ultimately what it comes down to, is that self-care. That care in general, to yourself, to others. That's something that really needs to be emphasized again. Because when COVID hit, everyone was afraid, oh, we're all basically going to die from it. Because it was such a widespread pandemic. Thankfully, it's starting to calm down a bit now, but if we can come together through that, we should be able to come together just through the kindness of our hearts and just support one another as individuals, as people. You can always look for better in people. You can always want better for people. But in reality, if someone is living their life how they want to live it, as long as it doesn't hurt themselves or others, I say just leave them be. And that's pretty much my message to anyone out there who has a problem with how I live my life. If it is not impacting you, it is not hurting you or affecting you in any way, shape, or form, then just leave me be. If by some chance you're jealous or envious, well, I apologize that you feel that. And I hope maybe one day you can get a taste of what this life is kind of like. The good parts of it, anyway. Trust me, my life isn't always just Transformers and Wendy's. It's a struggle. And it's one that I plan to overcome at some point in my life. Whether it be now or later. Preferably now. Preferably now. I would love to just enjoy life once again for what it is. And I can pretty much wholeheartedly say for the most part I have been. But I do want to apologize that I haven't been uploading as consistently as I want to. I keep making the same promise that stuff will come at this specific time, or stuff will come this year or this year. And I keep also saying every year I'll try to post more and more. But in reality, I've posted less and less. And part of that was because of what happened a long time ago, where I was basically scared off of YouTube for a while. And to see that people have, I guess, kind of like forgot about it in a way. And I have that full regained comfort. Well, not full and regained, but getting there. That I have that semi-comfort of actually coming back on and doing what I like to do. It helps. And I would love to continue making more stuff. But the problem I have is that, as I mentioned earlier, I have a comparison complex where I feel like if I make something, it won't be as good as someone else's thing. And I try so hard not to let that interfere with what I want to do. But at the same time, I want to be able to capture the vision that I have in my head properly. If I can do it through the simplistic of ways, then great. And if I have to go about it through a different avenue or just let it be the way it is and have someone out there make better quality stuff, then that's fine too. But one of the hardest things that I have to do is just push on, whether I want to or not. And I used to say before, it's like, I wish I was dead and all this other garbage. But in reality, I felt like I wanted to be gone. But I want to live. I want to see where my life takes me, or rather where I take my life. I want to see what surprises, hopefully good ones, will come down the way. The loss of my mom was hard, and it still is, and it's going to haunt me and hurt me for the rest of my natural existence. But I have people like TF Addictress 4891. I have Cyborg Raptor. I have all of you out there who are just willing to let a complete possible stranger who you barely even know, unless you follow me on Instagram and you see all that personal stuff, into your lives, and let me just transform your entertainment one video at a time, or a post or a story or whatever it may be. And one of the things I want to do more often is definitely reach out and be part of more streams and be part of more stop motions and other stuff. But at the same time, there's still that sense of hesitance. There's still that fear that people will see me and think, oh God, it's this guy again. Or, even worse. But I'm really glad that a lot of you guys out there, you never really gave up on me. And I'm glad I haven't given up on all of you. But more importantly, I'm glad I haven't given up on myself. Because if I did that, then who would I be? And I think one of the hardest things to do is acknowledge that. Because a lot of people don't give themselves enough credit for what they do or what they endure. I'm still unfortunately suffering with depression and anxiety. And I can tell you flat out, it is not an easy fight. I've used this phrase this analogy numerous times, and I still stand by it to this very day. But depression is like you are a soldier on the front lines fighting a war. The enemy is armed. You are forced to trudge along through the what are they called? Barracks? I think they're called barracks. And the enemy sees you. Enemy being depression or anxiety or mental illness in general. And they fire upon you. And each bullet just goes through you. And you're forced to keep walking. You don't die. You are forced to keep walking. You will get shot as many times as possible. And each bullet represents a day that you have to go through. And even while you're bleeding, while you're broken, you still fight. And it's hard. But no one said life was easy. Which is another reason why I hate social media, because people only dictate their greatest moments, and that shouldn't be how it is. But of course, if everyone showed off their greatest and, everything, then I'm pretty sure everyone would be at each other's throats. But then again, that's what Twitter's for. Hey-oh, but So, the question of where I have been has answered. I guess the only one to ask is, where will I be? And the best way to say that is, I'll be here. And I will make more stuff again. And I will come back stronger. Because that's what a prime does. And I don't know about you, but I look at myself as a prime. Maybe not a prime, maybe Hot Rod. Or Rodimus. Someone who's coming to be. I think maybe Hot Rod might be the best character for this whole thing, because he had to endure the loss of Optimus Prime. Because he thought he caused it. Yeah, I think that actually fits a lot better. The only difference is, instead of Optimus, it's my mom, and in Hot Rod's position, I'm just me. And I think it helps. So at some point in the future, whether it be, I don't know, months, maybe a year from now, I'll get back to what I do. I'm hopefully planning on my birthday because I really want to be here to celebrate that moment, to try to make that day just a little bit better. Because that's going to be a hard day for me. Is I'll be doing a live stream here on YouTube, and maybe even get some of you guys involved if you want to join it. On October 24th, this Sunday, and that most likely won't be until like 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. But I want to just try to make that day a little bit better, because that's going to be a hard one. And I just want to kind of have fun and forget my troubles that day, because I know that's what my mom would want me to do. And I also want to thank everyone so far in the live chat who's been very incredibly nice and supportive and everything. I don't know if people read descriptions anymore, but I'm glad to see there's no bullies, there's no dislikes, because honestly, who would dislike something when it comes to this? I mean, trolls, obviously, that's a given. It's the internet. Doesn't have to be like that, but it is for whatever reason. And I also want to just point this out once again. I am not doing this for the sake of attention. I'm not doing this for pity or sympathy. I'm doing this because this feels like something I need to do and something I want to do, to talk about these type of topics. Yes, I am a Transformers account. That is the main premise. I had to think for a minute. That's the main premise of this channel, is Transformers. But, and pardon my pun, there is more to this channel than meets the eye. So I'm going to be talking more about mental health. And I'm going to be talking more about personal stuff. And I'm going to allow myself to be vulnerable. I will put myself out there. I will let people just decide how they want to react towards it. Maybe in some way I'll encourage you to share your stories, your struggles, your strifes. Sorry. And I hope one day that what you do now impacts someone the next day. And then that someone will get influenced and will share their story, and we can all learn how to live together through our differences, our diversity. Because one of the things about mental health is no one case is the same. That's one of the things I was told when I was diagnosed with autism at a young age. No one case is the same. So please, if you are comfortable enough, share your story. I seriously encourage that. You would be surprised what the results of doing that are like. And I'm very grateful that I get to share mine, and I get to be so open and vulnerable with you guys without any remorse, without any ridicule or judgment. It's such a wonderful comfort to know that I can come on here and just vent and talk and, just rant. And like I said, I do have plans for other videos. I do want to do more Transformers content, but all in due time. The same rule applies with Instagram. I do feel bad that a lot of people have been so hyped for certain projects that I said I would make, but then I haven't done anything with them in months because it's such a hard thing to do. It's such a hard thing to manage. I think the best way to kind of explain it is like, and I'm not saying this as a mean way or attacking the guy or anything, because this dude is my main inspiration for the channel, but TFX Productions, Night/2020, formerly known as Night/2020, but TFX Productions recently just came back. One of my all-time favorite, if not my favorite content creator when I first started YouTube, came back with his series Transformers Nexus. And I honestly thought that like maybe he was done. I I legit thought, he's not coming back because he had a lot going on. I talked to him. We're kind of friends. And he comes back, he makes an announcement video saying like, "Oh, these are happening." And I was like, "The King's returned." So the best way I can say it is look at me as like a kind of like a discount version of him because he's inspired me a lot. He was kind of a big reason why I wanted to get into stop motion as well when I first did. Of course, I wouldn't have been able to do it without Epix Productions and a lot of my old friends, but some of which I don't even know are still around. I hope they are. I hope they're doing well. But if it wasn't for those guys teaching me how to do stop motion just by downloading Stop Motion Studio and practicing a little bit, I wouldn't have like Infinite Chaos or some of the other unfinished projects that I want to make. But as I continued, I got better and I started making masterpieces. Granted, that may sound a little egotistical, but I'm really proud of that one. The Trees and a Torn Story, the way that it's coming out, it looks great. And then I have other projects like Divided Mind and a bunch of other stuff that I'm kind of working on behind the scenes when I want to, because I don't have to do this. This is not my job, nor can it be, because I got a government income now. But that doesn't mean I don't feel bad just because I haven't uploaded. I do. I feel terrible. I wish I could give you guys more, because you guys have given me nothing but love and support, and I feel like I've given you so little, and I feel like I owe that to all of you. We're currently at 2,600 subscribers. We're literally 400 away from 3,000. Never thought that would happen. But holy crap. Same with my Instagram. I'm currently almost at 2,000 there too. It's nuts. You make me feel. You made me, a complete stranger or good friend, depending on who you are, feel so special for just being a guy playing with toys on the internet or talking about Transformers. And it's such a comfort because this is literally what I want to do with my life. It's fun. It's something I enjoy. It's something that my parents have started me off on at a very young age, and it's something that still holds very near and dear to my heart. It's gotten to the point where now that I'm active on Hasbro and Transformer official posts, and they notice me, I am on their radar. That's something that I've wanted to work on for as long as I can remember, because Hasbro, Takara, and the Transformers team has saved my life in more ways than I can count. Every time I was sad, every time I was upset, first thing I would do, just go in my room, play up my Transformers, and the world and its troubles would just melt away. Granted, I don't do that anymore, and I probably should, despite my age. But then again, that's stigmatized. Play with your toys, do whatever. Who gives a shit? But you really made me feel like I mattered. You made me feel special, and if I ever lose sight of that, just kindly remind me. Because hearing that, just hearing someone say that, it makes life worth living for me. And it really makes me feel. It really makes me feel like I have something to give to the world. So from the bottom of my heart, from the very fiber of the last particle of my soul, thank you so much for everything that you've done, everything that you've said, and everything that you will do and will say in the future. And I really hope that I don't disappoint. Not just myself, but you as well. Or rather, not just you guys, but myself as well. Because, you got to put yourself first. Granted, that may sound selfish. That's fact. That's just how it be. So, this is kind of something new that I wanted to try. It's kind of a way to give you an update, but it's also kind of a way to just vent. not even just vent, but just talk about something serious for a moment. Maybe you guys like it, maybe you don't. If you want to see more of this, please feel free to let me know. Hit that like button, subscribe, hit that notification bell. But don't do it just for that reason alone. If you genuinely enjoy it, please let me know, because this is a good way to kind of update everyone on my life and situations and feelings and talk about a topic that really matters as opposed to Transformers and whatnot. And don't get me wrong, I'd still, as I said, do plan on doing Transformers content at some point in the future, whenever that may be. I wish I could tell you. It's not because I'm lazy or anything, it's just because I'm so unmotivated to do anything anymore. I just kind of don't have the drive. It's like I'm constantly stuck in neutral and someone's pushing me. As cool-headed and everything as I appear, I can promise you my brain is constantly screaming at me to do something. And it's a challenge, but again, it's one that I will face and I will endure. So thank you all very much for your patience. Thank you all very much for listening. And before I go, I just want to acknowledge a couple comments. So, go ahead and do some hellos. So, to my lovely angel, I know this was towards another individual, but there you go. Hi, sweetheart. To Cyclonus Productions, thank you very much for tuning in. Appreciate you stopping by, saying hello. And not only that, but for also saying this, because this is what it's all about. This is really what it is all about. I really want to inspire people and have people smile and be better and enjoy their lives. So your posts always inspire me to do better. Well, I appreciate that, and I thank you for saying that, because this is what it's all about. VDP Animation. Oh crap, why do I think I remember? Wait. Autobot Gamer? Is that you? I forget your new username. Forgive me. Correct me if I'm wrong. I'm sorry. I can't remember everyone. My brain is a mess. You've always been a real one, man. I know it's been a while since we've been in touch, but it's always nice to see when you drop a video or do a stream. You're truly such a strong guy, and I'm happy to see you. Happy to still see you going strong. You're always inspirational. Keep going, brother. You trying to make me cry? Because this is how you make me cry. I'm not actually crying. I feel like it, though. I can already feel the tears. Hello, JD Megatron. Welcome. This is one of my Instagram followers. I made it. Yes, you did. And I'm so glad you did. Silencer Zero, I don't know if you followed me long or if you're new, but either way, regardless, welcome. Hope you enjoy it here. I hope some of my content is decent. This boyo, take your time. You must prioritize you, and I'm glad you're doing so. Thank you so very much for saying that, because that's something that a lot of people fail to realize, is that when it comes to that, you always feel like you have to put others first, but in reality, you have to put yourself first. And one of the things I really dislike about that is if someone says that you're being selfish or something, I mean, you're not wrong, but you're also taking care of yourself. You know your boundaries. You set your limits. So, keep doing that, obviously. Yes, sir. Used to be Autobot Gamer. Yep, I thought so. Oh, my God. Yeah, how the hell are you? I haven't seen you in a while. I'll share that one just because. His name's been revealed. His identity is no longer safe. It's Autobot Gamer 21. Oh, my God. How you been? Hope everyone's been doing well, by the way. I don't want to make this about me, because this is not just about me. This is about everyone. Yes, the stream may be called I Still Function, and yes, this is an update, and this is personal stuff regarding myself, but this is also a safe place to share whatever you got going on in your lives. And whatever it is you're going through, I hope you can push through it, because I know it's hard. It's not going to be easy. But it is what it is. There's a funny saying one of my friends used to say, and that's may not be suitable for young audiences. So here's your disclaimer. Here's your warning. But life is like a dick. Sometimes it's hard. You can laugh at that if you want to. I want to add some comedy. I want to make this somewhat lighthearted. Doing all right, man. University, work, and the usual. I'm still very much into Transformers. DF Addicts for life! Oh, your first car. Nice. Huh. Yeah, I'm still not driving. Never will. Too anxious. Oh, thank you. By the way, it's 98 Transformers, but I go. Oh, yeah. Okay, so you're another Instagram follower. So, yeah, thank you for popping in. I'm sorry I didn't realize that. I can't remember everyone's name. Pick one name. I can't tell you how many times people change their names. I'm like, who the hell are you? It's like I'll go back through the chat, and it's just because I don't say the name of the person. I get so confused. I'm like, the fuck are you people? Who are you people? Poor Mick. That's not how you spell my name. Also, it's TFA here. Remember that, but I'll let it slide. Struggling with names as usual. Everyone always remaining themselves. I remember back when I was Transformers production. Holy shit! Yep. I should have put that together. How did I forget? How you doing, by the way? I hope you've been well. We've talked a couple times. I just can't believe I forget. You were Transformers Productions. Holy shit. This is a nice way to bring everyone together. Oh my god. I should have done this a while ago. I like this. I'm going to make a custom thumbnail and everything. Probably going to put my logo on Megatron's face and have Transformer text that says, I still function. Wow. Holy crap. I got some of the OGs in here. Some of the very first people who ever subscribed to me on YouTube or followed me on Instagram. That's insane. And of course, I have my lovely Angel. And I got some newbies. So that's cool. Holy crap. I like this. I like that we're all together like this. This is nice. Autocorrect got me yet again. Curses! Foiled again! That has no right to be that funny. Yes, it does. Dick jokes are always funny. Hey, Cyborg, my dude. Everybody, co-admin Cyborg Raptor is in the live chat. Give him a shout. Give him some love. Love this man. You can take that as homo or no homo. I'm taking anyway. My dude. We got the back. What the fuck was that? We got the gang back together. Yeah. I still love that line. Good line. Well, I didn't want to make this an hour-long live stream, but hey, here we are. And I think what I'm going to do is, since the chapter thing seems to be working for me, I will break this up into parts via chapters if you want to skim through it. And I'll get that done by tomorrow because it's late. It's currently 12:17 a.m. in the morning, so I think we all do. Wait, what? I think I got a little confused. I may need some clarification on what you mean there, Silencer. Would you care to elaborate so that way my smooth brain can get a wrinkle? I also got Kingdom Tracks. So far, I have no issues with him. That's good. I like Tracks. He's neat. He has a stunning auto mode. But yeah, I hope this was enjoyable for some of you. I hope this was beneficial to you guys in some way, shape, or form. I know it's not a stop motion, it's not a review, it's not even a skit, but it is something nice and wholesome and something to put out there. Because, as I said, as a mental health advocate, I really want to talk more about the severity and everything of it. And one of the couple of the stop motion projects I have actually kind of dive into that a little bit, which I was skeptical about doing, but I was inspired by TFI Creations' rollout, and I kind of wanted to, take a crack at it myself. Granted, not in his style, but similar in terms of storytelling elements, which I have to thank him for inspiring me, because dude was a big support when we first met and we hung out and talked. He even voiced in one of my series at one point. Granted, it never really took off, unfortunately, but he cameoed. That was a big deal for me. So, but anyway, I think that's pretty much it for now. So I'm going to keep this up, make a little playlist. I'm actually going to start making some playlists, because I did go through a purge on my channel a little bit. I started privatizing a lot of my older content because I just didn't really like how it is now. I looked at that and I was like, wow, this is cringe. And I wanted to kind of change it, promote some of the more new stuff. So what I think I'm going to do is make like a TFA archive playlist to see, how people will respond to that, and see if there's a way for me to still show that stuff off as opposed to just kind of hiding it forever, because I'm not necessarily ashamed by it. I just don't like younger 2015, 2014 me. Like, what was I doing? I was so dumb with a camera and with the stuff I was saying. Like, back when my freaking intro was greetings and salutations, Transformers fans, I was just like, what the fuck was that? People made fun of me for that. Well, they didn't make fun of me, they teased me, but like, it was playful, but it's still just like, yeah, that was really lame. Should have just stuck with Ball Week Grognaw Wheat Minibong, but then I think like a lot of people did that, and they should, but I felt like I was copying. Now I do it, and it's like, I don't care. It's universal. That's the whole point of it. It's called the universal greeting. You can do it any time to anyone. Do it to a rando on the street, and they'll look at you like, what the fuck? Or maybe they'll know and actually say, Ball Week Grognaw Wheat Minibong. No, I wasn't Penny. I said greetings and salutations. There's a difference, but nice reference. Penny. So precious. Anyway. Yeah, I'm going to end this here before it actually does turn into a full hour. So, thank you all very much for tuning in. If you want to see more of I Still Function, please let me know. Hit that like button, subscribe, hit the bell notification so you can be notified when the next video comes out. We will be doing another live stream on Sunday, so please, again, tune in at around 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Become part of the celebration. Help me make that day just a little bit better. And I will definitely see each and every single one of you, hopefully each and every single one of you there. And if I don't stream on YouTube, it will definitely be on Instagram. So, again, link in description, probably by tomorrow. So just be sure to check that out as well. Well, with all that being said, my TF addicts, thank you all very much for tuning in, hanging out with me for a bit. Thanks for letting me vent. I really do appreciate it. And I appreciate all the love and support that you've given me through the many years and the ones that are yet to come. So please remember, until next time, stay happy, stay healthy, stay safe. And I'll talk to each and every single one of you in the next one. This is TF 1024, the TF Addict, rolling out until all is fun. Love you all.